right, we're going to be looking at writing expressions again. So it would be a good idea to have this cheat sheet out that really goes into detail, shows examples for everything that we circled and we highlighted and we underlined, but we also kind of minimized it here in a little smaller chart to help you for each individual problem. So remembering we are circling the numbers, we're underlining the unknown, and we're highlighting the key information. So write an expression for the following: 8 less than a number. So first thing I am doing is I am circling the number given to us. I am underlining our unknown, which is a number, and I already wrote it there, so we're going to use x equals a number. And then I'm highlighting my key information. So I'm highlighting less than. And then I'm looking at my chart over here, and I'm figuring out, where do I see less than? No. I see it over here. And I want you to circle it on it. That's why we put it for each problem. So you can identify, you can show that you've identified it in the chart. It is a subtraction word or phrase. So we know we are using subtraction. Less than with subtraction, anytime we say that, then, younger than, less than, more than, greater than, it goes after. So 8 less than is not 8 minus, it's minus 8. It's less than something. What is it less than? It's less than our unknown number. Number 2, Chris ran 3 times as many miles as Amy ran. So I circled our number 3. The number of miles that Amy ran, I'm underlining, that is our unknown, and I wrote it there for us. We're going to use A equals the number of miles Amy ran. And then highlighting the key information, I see the word times. And if I look over on my chart, I see times right here in our multiplication box. So that tells me this is a multiplication problem. So we are doing 3 multiplied by the number of miles Amy ran. Remember, the best way to write it is writing the number right next to the letter. 3 times A. Number 3, the quotient of a number and 2. Circling my number, underlining our unknown. We don't know the number, x equals a number. And then highlighting the key word, quotient. I look over on my chart, that's a little bit of a harder one. Quotient, I see it under division. So that's kind of an important one to memorize. It's one that's you might not be as familiar with, but you're going to see often. So the quotient means it's division. Now remember, so this is the quotient of a number and x. A lot of people want to write this as x divided by 2 with the division sign, but with multiplication and division, we're trying to get away from those symbols. So I'm writing this as a fraction, x over 2. That fraction bar means division. This is the best way to write it. Number 4, Justin Timberlake has $500 more than Nick Carter. So what we don't know is the amount of dollars that Nick Carter has. So the amount of money that Nick has, I'm writing as N for our variable. And then the key word, it's kind of split into 2 parts, but we see more dollars than. That has more than, which I see over here. I'm going to circle in the addition part. More than is telling me this is an addition problem. Anytime we see more than, less than, greater than, younger than, we are adding the amount to something. So it's not 500 plus, it's something plus 500. It's our unknown value plus 500. Nick's amount plus an additional 500. Though you technically could flip them and it would be correct for addition, we want to get in the habit of doing it this way because that's not the case with subtraction. Number 5, Ricky makes $17 per hour. So I circled my numbers, underlined my unknown. H equals the number of hours, that's our unknown. And then our key word, another kind of tricky one here. I see the word per, which if I look on my chart, I see it over here in the multiplication category. So $17 per hour means I'm multiplying 17 times the number of hours. The best way to write it is to write them right next to each other, 17H. And the last one, Miss Flanagan scored 3 less baskets than Mrs. Baker. So we don't know how many Mrs. Baker scored. That's our unknown. B equals the number of baskets Mrs. Baker scored. And then our key word, kind of like in number 4, it's split up a little bit, less baskets than. So less than, which we circle over here in our subtraction category, means we are subtracting here. Again, less than, more than, greater than comes after. So 3 less than means we are subtracting 3 from something. What are we subtracting it from? We're subtracting it from B, the amount that Mrs. Baker had.